We also must talk about the minimum risk reward of a potential imbalance, the minimum risk reward that it has created, because that is very important for our entries. We talked before about the profit margin, that is the distance that we have from our entry to our potential exit, but the minimum risk reward is the imbalance created at the origin of the potential level. That is a different thing. So when we take a look at the daily, for example, here, what we are talking about here is that in order to have a level validated, we need at least 2-to-1 risk-reward imbalance and at least 3-to-1 plus one more R profit margin cushion for a 3-to-1 exit. We talked about that in a previous video. But we're talking now about the minimum risk reward. We need a 2-to-1 imbalance risk reward in order to validate a level. So if we are talking about this area over here, okay, this area over here, for example here, in order to validate that level, we need that the width of the level is that the departure of the level, the imbalance created, is at least twice that width, which is 63. That should be at least 126. So the level would be valid right here. Okay, so we wouldn't be able to take that level unless that happens. This one level is, for example, the basing is like 30 pips. Once we have 2-to-1, which is about 60 pips, then it would be validated. So same thing for any level. So here, if the level is like 63 pips or similar, okay, let me remove this one, 60 more or less, then once we have 120 without counting, yeah, that, then by then we would have the level validated. So this is a very important thing. Another thing is the profit margin that we have from here to the opposing area. We need to create the imbalance, that is the departure. Did the departure create EUSE candles providing me like a 2-to-1 risk reward? Yeah, if we take the entry here, yes. Then do we have profit margin to the opposing area, higher time frame area supply? Yes or no? And you have to answer that. Same thing over here. Do we have room from here to down here? Yes. Did we create the 2-to-1 imbalance? Yes, this area is a 55, 110, and that would be great. 110. So the imbalance is created. We need to make a lower low, obviously, but it's created. It breaks lower, etc., and that is the trade. And do I have profit margin? Yes, a lot. So that's how we work with this. We have to apply the risk reward and the profit margin formulas to the one minimum imbalance. This is something that you can change on your trading plan. You may decide that you require minimum 3-to-1 imbalance created at the origin of the move, of the explosive move, and then if a level makes 2-to-1 imbalance, then you wouldn't be able to trade it because your trading plan says that you need to wait for a bigger risk reward. Okay. Another thing is the profit margin, as we spoke, and you can change that. For the rules right now on my trading plan, I need a 2-to-1 risk reward imbalance at the origin of the move and a 3R, 3 risk reward potential profit margin for my exit. Those are the rules. So those two things, profit margin and risk reward, are combined, but do not mix them. The risk reward is the departure, the imbalance created at the origin of the level, and the profit margin is the margin, the profit that I have from the available profit from my entry here to the opposing area of demand. If those two things are okay, then you can place a trade. Else, wait for confirmation or do nothing, which is also a good option. Doing nothing is one of the most important things you can do in trading. Okay, so this would be it. Thanks a lot.